Welcome to the September-October Profile Moraine TV show. I am Dave Miller, and we have lots of positive special events and business and community updates here in Moraine to show you. To get the show going, let's go to our co-host from the Moraine Police Department, the Executive Secretary, Kendra Bryant.
Thanks, Dave. We do indeed have a lot of exciting news to share with you on today's show. So Dave, where are you heading off to first?
Today's show starts with a big bang. Actually, just a quick look back at the City of Moraine's successful 4th of July celebration. And if you didn't get a chance to attend at Wax Park, you missed an incredible fireworks display by Pyrotechnical Fireworks Company. The fireworks shooting site was moved from the riverbank into Wax Park. The low-level ground show was spectacular when combined with an aerial show. It was a tremendous hit.
In Moraine business news, renewed interest from investors and the growth of existing businesses has spurred Moraine to make a concerted effort to reinvigorate the northern quadrant of the city. To start, the city is planning to resurface the northern portion of Dryden Road in 2022. The nearly $1.5 million project will be paid for almost entirely from grant funding, with the city contributing less than $10,000. The former Knights Inn Hotel was rehabilitated as a Red Roof Inn by current owner Jerry Daner. The $1.5 million investment included a complete remodel from the exterior facade to each individual room. The Red Roof Inn project also inspired the demolition of the Holiday Inn across the street, which had become an eyesore. With the Holiday Inn demolished, the current owner plans to erect a new storage facility on the site at an estimated $2.3 million project. The Surgery Center of Southwest Ohio, an outpatient facility that does not require overnight stays after surgery, revamped its entire front entrance of its Arbor Boulevard building. This included the front driveway where patients are dropped off and picked up. Another company that has made a recent investment in Northern Moraine is Insignia Display Graphics, a branding solutions provider that provides banners, building signage, apparel, vehicle wraps, and more. Insignia is investing between $20,000 and $25,000 in new revisions to its new building on Dryden Road. The company recently relocated the business and its nearly 20 employees from a smaller facility in Moraine. Improvements to North Dryden Road are also benefiting existing companies such as AES Ohio, which is formerly Dayton Power and Light. One of the company's corporate facilities sits on the northernmost portion of Dryden Road, where between 350 and 400 employees work. And construction was completed on upgrading the southbound Interstate 75 ramp accessing Springboro Pike. Back to you, Dave.
Kendra, that's really exciting about all the development taking place in northern Moraine. And even in more business news, Chipotle Mexican Grill has purchased the former Steak and Shake restaurant on Dorothy Lane. And it is about ready to open. The former Dragon China restaurant at 3065 South Dixie Drive is now called Osaka Sushi and Hibachi Restaurant, and it features scrumptious sushi, teriyaki, and hibachi entrees, and authentic Chinese dishes. After sitting vacant for nearly 3 years, the former Dayton area branch of Brightwood College has a new tenant. Extreme Microbial Technologies, or known as EMT, a local company that produces both filtration technology to monitor and prevent airborne microbes and pathogens, just moved into its new headquarters at 2800 East River Road in Moraine just this past spring. Previously, EMT occupied 4 satellite locations totaling about 6,000 square feet, but the new 26,000 square foot Alphas increased EMT's footprint fourfold and consolidated its operations under one roof. The facility was outfitted with ICU rooms, labs, offices, and HVAC equipment, making it an ideal spot for EMT's engineering, testing, and validation operations. And the first homes are going up at Moraine's newest housing subdivision, Wright Landing, located just north of Frank Nicholas Elementary School on Vance Road, and it's waiting for you. Wright Landing has 53 lots and is conveniently located near the Recreation Center, the Main Street and River Corridor bike paths, and has quick access to I-75. Call Ryan Holmes at 507-3950 for more information. And a big thank you to Miami Valley Academies, who recently donated a generous amount of canned goods to the Moraine Food Pantry located at the Payne Rec Center to feed needy adults and families. Thank you very much, Miami Valley Academies. And back to you, Kendra.
The fun Family Gravity Games returns on Saturday, September 25th at 10 a.m. as homemade, creative four-wheel vehicles race down Main Street Hill. Build a car and enter today. And there are many other exciting September and Halloween parks and recreation and fitness programs, activities, and special events taking place. Consult the City of Moraine website or the Moraine Messenger for complete information, or you can call 937-535-1060. Work on the 1.1-mile Wright Brothers Pinnacle Historical Hiking Trail located in western Moraine has been delayed until late fall 2021. The wooded hiking trail, accessible from both the Main Street bike path and the Pinnacle Road bike path, leads visitors to the Pinnacle's cliff, where in 1898 the Wright brothers watched soaring birds in updrafts and came up with their wing warp idea for the future airplane. The trail is expected to be completed by May 2022. If you would like to volunteer to work on the trail, call 937-535-1000. Back to you, Dave.
A Moraine couple recently received the Certified Pollinator Habitat certification from the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens. They have transformed their yard into an incredible, and I mean incredible, flower garden habitat, along with some incredible, unique landscaping. So let's visit Tim and Tammy Ferguson and let them tell their story.
I got the Certified Pollinator from Cincinnati Botanical Gardens. Actually, a friend of mine referred me to get it, so I applied, and they kept denying my application, telling me I needed to prove that I was bee habitat friendly. I uploaded exactly 127 photos, and I finally got accepted, and they sent me a certification. Yes, I was recognized by the City of Moraine for being a certified pollinator. They had us over at their council meeting, had pictures of our house up on the screen, and it really made us feel proud. Well, our house caught on fire and burnt, so we decided to take our insurance money and move in with my mother and take care of her. One of her dreams was to have flowers. My dad never let her have flowers because he was too busy, too quick to cut grass. So Tim said, we're gonna make it happen. We started out in stages, doing certain sections of the yard. We have a hairstylist chair in the living room. Tim sits in the hair, he cranks it up to where he's eye level with the window at night and sits and visions what he wants to do with the yard. So we do it in sections. Yes, we've started a rose garden. We've got about 9 roses in it now. Every section, we got names for all our little gardens. Like we've got a small section on the side of the house, and we call that our secret garden because it's very small. And we got outside the fence across the, that's facing the Benson's property, we call that the Benson Garden, because Mrs. Benson sits on her porch and we wanted her to have beautiful flowers to look at instead of a wooden fence. So we started her a garden. The rest of them, well, this is our barnyard garden. We have our barnyard garden, and we have our pond garden, which is going to be tropical. That's where all the banana trees are. And we're going to try to make that all tropical gardens. This section we call our barnyard. And then on the back side of the second driveway, we call that our park area. Eventually it'll have a swing set. We got some vintage swings that used to be down here at Moraine Park. The horse swings.
Yeah.
Susie Leet give us one, and then Tyler James give us another one, and then Susie Leet give us one of the spring animals. So we got one of the spring animals is mounted out in the park area, and then we'll put a swing set up and put the horses up for that. That'll be the park area. So we're gonna have a nice beach area around the pond. Hopefully have it done by next year. Actually, we're getting ready to bring in a 24-foot ocean boat that we're gonna turn into a beach boat. It's got a cabin. We're gonna set it up somehow to where it'll sit level and turn it into a little camp area for our great niece. She loves to camp. It'll be here Saturday. I can't wait. I'm beyond excited about that. Dave, you wouldn't believe the amount of people, houses right around here since we've started all this landscaping that have started landscaping their properties. And that makes you feel good when you drive down the street and see your neighbors are landscaping, and they'll holler at you and tell you, "You got us motivated." I'm like, all right. Yeah, I want to say my husband, Tim Ferguson, designed this whole yard. My favorite flower is a sunflower because they bring in the bees and the golden finches and the hummingbirds. In the morning time, it is absolutely beautiful out here. I got a bench over in the garden over there, and I sit there and drink my coffee because the finches and the bees don't bother you. When they're on the flowers, the bees don't bother you. I can walk right through my sunflowers and there'll be hundreds of bees over there. No, they don't bother you as long as you don't bother them. Now they get a little aggravated when I start watering them, and they're like, enough's enough. So I start watering down below, but if I do the above watering, they don't bother me, but you can tell by the way they're acting, you're aggravating them.
Right.
So I quit. I am absolutely in love with it.
And in Moraine history news, a new Moraine historic marker, Moraine's 16th overall, has been recently erected near the corner of Vance Road and Pinnacle Road. It is the site of Moraine's very first schoolhouse, which was built way back in 1885. Stop by and read the new marker and view the house.
With the COVID-19 pandemic, the Moraine Volunteer Program was put on temporary hiatus in 2020 due to the governor's safety protocol plans. Prior to the pandemic, in 2019, hundreds of volunteers volunteered 3,019 hours in various capacities in various city departments. Thank you to all who volunteered. The Moraine Volunteer Program announced its Volunteer Partnership Award winners for 2020 for the outstanding volunteers' efforts. The recipients were Kevin Eggleston for his adopting and maintaining city flower beds, Mary Jo Phillips for volunteering at the Senior Citizen Nutrition Programs and other senior citizen and city events, Mary and Larry Sabin for volunteering at many major city special events, Nikki Biscaglia of State Farm Insurance, who volunteered at many major city special events. Congratulations to not only these major winners, but also to all of the other volunteers who, by their work, added to the quality of life in the city of Moraine.
Well, that wraps up our September-October Profile Moraine show. Join us next time for more community and business updates here in the great city of Moraine. I am Dave Miller.
And I'm Kendra Bryant. I hope to see you at one of Moraine's Halloween special events. See you next time.